Laerdan came to see me as you said he would, and he told me much of the same, that our prisoner remains dangerous. I did not pay as much attention to his words as I should have, it seems. But I have something to tell you that this unfortunate business with Tan Morgul drove from my mind until now. Laerdan has learned the locations of Amarthiel's Palantir and has devised a scheme which it might be recovered. He is waiting for you in his room. I do not want to say more about it while in the presence of the prisoner, but you should talk to Laerdan about this at once. Adet, welcome. You look better than when last I saw you. Did you manage to take some rest at last? The time for open fighting is over. Kalinglad is wise and strong, but he has been blinded by his pride. He will not retake Anuminus before Amarthiel locates Narquil. Mordrambor is a creature of lies, but in taunting me, I believe he has made a mistake. He said Amarthiel waited for me in Barat Tirion. Do you remember? Barat Tirion was where the kings of Anuminus sat in judgment and heard the concerns of their people. The histories do not agree on this point, but a number of them records that the Palantir of Anuminus was kept at Barat Tirion for the use of the kings. That Palantir of Anuminus is gone, drowned beneath the sea, but surely that is where Amarthiel strives with the Palantirs he has recovered. We must assault Barat Tirion and reclaim the Palantir at it. But hold, do not rush to Kalinglad just yet. This Palantir has been bound to the evil of the enemy, and the merest touch of it will cause us harm. We need some means to carry it. Golondir has such means at Garth Fortnir, though it may cause him grief to remember the events of his fall. You must speak with Golondir on this matter. Only he can provide us with what we need. Alright. Luckily, I still have the milestone bound to Angmar. Something's going on. Okay. Okay. Finally. Work. What's going on? There we go.
What do you need?
Edit. I had not expected to see you again so soon. Why have you come to me?
Might I take a moment of your time?
You say you've come from Laerdan, and that he believes I may play a part in the reclaiming of the Palantir that was taken from Carandum? The Seeing Stone is wholly evil. I see that now, and I wish I had never been made to gaze into it. Mordred has paid for his torment of me, but even that will never be enough to satisfy his debt. No act of vengeance will bring back my poor lost Lorniel. Laerdan speaks the truth. Even as Mordred brought me forth from the gates of Carandum, hateful images of the Palantir still burned into my mind. I clutched in my mind the black cloth which the Seeing Stone was covered when not in use. The terrible events of that day had all but pushed it from my memory, but I remember it now. Hold the Palantir only with this finely woven cloth bag, else the stone will seek to show you such things that might bring you to despair. Do not touch the Palantir without this bag. I do not wish for you to endure what I was made to endure. Give Laerdan my good wishes, but warn him not to underestimate our enemy. He is a good elf and true, but in him alone I have recognized the terrible burden I have borne in the days since Lorniel was lost to me. Something gnaws at his heart, and I fear it will bring him harm if he does not guard against it. My friend, too long I fled from my obligations, but no more. I go now to Barad-Tir'on, where I alone will confront Amarthiel. It is not right that I should send you to wrest the Palantir from her clutches when I am to blame for much of her evil. I will no longer shirk from my responsibility. If I succeed, there will be no cause for fear. If I fail, I will have fallen doing what I should have done long ago. The debt must be paid, and if I perish in this payment, even that would be just. Would that I could see you in person and tell you why I must do this, but I cannot. Out of kindness and friendship, you would seek to dissuade me, and I fear I am not strong enough to maintain my course when confronted with such persuasions. Do not follow me, my friend. This is something I must do alone. Laerdan. Let's speak to Tadan at the other end of this building. What is this? A note from Laerdan? This is my fault, Edith. How could I have been such a fool? Laerdan offered to watch the prisoner for a time and I agreed. I have not felt well for some time and I thought some fresh air would do me well. I said as much to you, if you recall. The prisoner must have said something to Laerdan during that time, woving some foul tangle of words. What sad irony, for Laerdan succumbed to his treachery when he spoke to us of the danger. My jailer is a fool, Edith, but even he is not the fool thou art. Given to pride and an irresistible desire to do good, and yet what is good? Thou hast done only what the regent of Angmar and I, her greatest servant, desired of thee. It was no accident that brought me to the tomb of the long-dead Elendil with so few servants. Thou did not think Amarthiel would needlessly risk the life of one so valuable, surely. While I had thee running errands about the city on pilgrimages on the far shores of vast Nuniel, she has been gazing into the Palantir, retrieved from Carandum, willing it to show her that which she seeks. I am greater now than Guldunkir, for it was at her suggestion that I told you he bore Tan Morgul. He thought to use it to challenge her for leadership of Angmar. Thou wert a useful pawn in his removal. Amarthiel shall thank thee for it. But now I have completed my greatest task, the task which she sent me to thee, Edith, the delivery of Laerdan to her at Barad-Tir'on. She has much in store for the elf, for which she has waited long. Did thou think that Laerdan was innocent? thou art twice the fool then, or thrice so. Run to thy master Eddard, and tell Calenglad of thy folly. Laerdan will not return from Baratheon, or if he does, it will be in a form none shall recognize, wholly twisted and evil. I have but one task remaining to me, and I will relish its execution. Every decision I made has gone ill at it. My thoughts of victory turned to ash, even it seemed so near. For Laerdan to pay this price for the mistaken pride of the Dunedain fills me with sorrow. May 1,000 curses fall upon the heads of Mordrambor and his fell mistress. Nay, I will not give in to despair, though things seem darkest. Our prisoner is a creature of lies and deceit, and despite his cruel whisperings, we have won a great victory in Annúminas. This can be a ruse, risen from the desperation of a captive whose plans have not borne the expected fruit. Can it be that Amarthael's search has gone less well than hoped, and that Mordrambor seeks now to fill us with despair where none should be? We may be able to save Laerdan and recover the Palantir as he intended at it. Though he has left us, perhaps the Dunedain can repay Laerdan for his friendship. One last assault on the steps of Baratheon may get you and your friends within its wall at it. We shall see if there is any truth to Mordrambor's word. We shall see if the time has come yet for despair, or if our greatest victory is at hand.
How can I be of service?
Too long I have delayed, hoping to reclaim the city from the forces of Angmar, but I see now that victory in Annúminas will not be complete if Amarthael learns the location of Narquil. We will have traded victory here for defeat elsewhere. This was a lesson of Laerdan, but I did not see it. Speak to me when your allies are ready, and we will launch a final assault upon Baratheon. If we are successful, you will have access to the inner chamber, where one of you must pick up the Palantir and carry it back to the entrance, where I will be waiting. If you have the finely woven cloth bag given to you by Golondir, the Palantir should not harm you. Protect the bearer of the Palantir from the attacks of the enemy. Much depend upon this edit, for we will not have another chance. If you see Laerdan within the depths of Baratheon, do what you can, but do not endanger yourselves needlessly. The retrieval of the Seeing Stone must come first. It is what he would have wanted. The eye of Angmar blinded once more.
Laerdan, succumbing to the whisperings of Mordrambor, foolishly seeks to confront Amarthael at Baratheon, where she seeks to use the Palantir to find Narquil. The only hope for the free peoples is for the Palantir to be recovered from her grasp.
Being attacked from a distance. Alright. And that's easy enough to deal with. I suppose the highest place is where we want to go. Do you say something? No, you say nothing. Okay, he needs rest. Will the troll come back? No. Why is there no sound? Give me a moment. I want to find out why there is no sound. It is in there. Alright. Edit, why have you come here? This is not your fight. I need to confront Amarthiel on my own, as I should have done long ago. The time is past, my friend. If I can hold Amarthiel's attention long enough, you will be able to seize the Palantir. We will challenge her together, and perhaps she will not realize her peril. When I give you the word, you must seize the Palantir and immediately run to the entrance of Barad-Tir'on. Do not delay. Bring it to Calenglad, and perhaps I will be able to set right my errors of old. May the Valar smile upon your endeavors, and mine at it. Let us go. Alright, that's fair enough, but I want to have sound for the final. It's probably going to be like this epic dialogue thingy. Maybe it's no bother, because if I need to, I can go back into the in the starting thing of the game and play it from there. Pretty sure I can do that. We have no time to waste at it. I weep for Laerdan, but we must retrieve the Palantir and remove it from Annúminas. Are you ready?
Long have the Rangers of the North guarded the ruins of Annúminas. When Amarthiel came, they struggled to repel her, and after a bitter battle, managed to recover the Palantir. But victory came with a terrible price, and Amarthiel saw something in the Palantir which might lead her to Narquil.
The victory is bittersweet, my friend, for Laerdan has been taken by the enemy, and we do not have the numbers to stage another assault upon Barad-Tir'on. I fear that he is lost to us, and although the Palantir is now free of Amarthiel's clutches, it seems she learned at least some of the information she sought. Only time now keeps her from reclaiming Narquil, the ring she lost so long ago. I will bring the Palantir to one that will keep it safe. We have done what we could at it, but it was not enough. 100 curses upon the Iron Crown. It has taken so much from us, and for every victory it deals us a dozen hurts. And yet we fight on. It has always been the way of the Dunedain, and I know it is your way as well at it. What else is there to do? We will fight on in Laerdan's name, and the names of all those who have fallen, and one day Amarthiel will pay for each and every one. I swear it on the bones of my fathers and my fathers' fathers. I will see it done, Edit. Oh. Beautiful. Alright, that was the end of Book 10. It was quite, well, it was long, but it was good. Finally, we have had many of the shorter ones, like 5 or 6 chapters. Now we went up to 14 again, like in the second book, which was quite refreshing. And yes, I think the story is going to get just more and more intriguing and interesting. But until next time, when I will see you in the book 11. Alright, I'll see you there. Bye bye.